Let's be honest, goalies are different.
That was a header by one.
Here he is for a warm-up, part of his ritual.
Who wants to stand in front of a frozen puck flying 100 miles an hour?
Oh, shot. The fans behind the net were putting their hands up.
So does it really surprise you? Thank you. That we're superstitious, that we're a little quirky, and yet we play one of the most important positions in sports?
What an incredible stop! Can only shake his head.
We are the great equalizer. We steal wins. We shut the door. We make the impossible look easy. And yeah, we have fun doing it.
Looking for a goalie goal. Scott!
You have witnessed history!
From the jaw-dropping saves, to the iconic gear, to the personalities that are truly one of a kind. Join us for a full week of celebrating all things goalie.
How about Joey Decord right there?
It's like Shark Week for scores, though.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking like Morgan Freeman, like voiceover work right there. But Goalie Week, they're celebrating Goalie Week over on NHL.com. So head over to that website, check out all their stories about the all things goalies, I guess. Goalies, different breed. We need them, we love them, but
You have to be a little different to take that kind of pressure on,
right? Yeah,
and also want to stick your body, no matter how well equipment.
Oh, it's a love-hate relationship in that
love them, hate them.
position.
If you don't have them, you can't win.
Well, we love them here. We're going to talk about them right now. And you were talking as we were kind of game planning for this segment and for this show today about evaluating goalies and how that's kind of evolved, and it's almost on the forefront, much like pitchers in baseball with the metrics and whatnot. What did you mean by that, and how are goalies evaluated now as opposed to maybe a couple of years ago?
Yeah, I think they are unique when it comes to hockey and how they're being evaluated about whether or not they're good, and the different numbers and numerical analysis that teams do now. And I know fans love to want to know wins, goals against, save percentage. That's what fans want to know about. And for our entire careers, that's all the goalies really cared about, wins. Didn't matter how they got them. If they got them, they were doing a good job. And I think, much like pitchers in baseball, that has changed a lot. So you may not like us talking about it, but if you want to know what coaches talk about and what GMs talk about when they're trying to evaluate their goaltenders, they start digging into this expected goal metrics and how their goaltenders are doing relative to what they're supposed to do. So you look at the goalies who led the league last year in goals saved above expected. Now, this is not per start. This is total, so these are also guys who played a lot. Well, those are 6 pretty good goalies, right? Like, those are 6 of the top goalies in the league last year. So it stands to reason that these numbers would also hold true to what you would associate just by looking at wins or other more traditional numbers. But this goal save above expected, which is basically saying average shooter on an average goalie, how many goals would go in? Well, Connor Hellebuyck stopped 42 more goals than an average goalie would over the course of his year. That was the most in the NHL. That is one way, and you talk to coaches every single game. It's like, well, our goalie expected goals was this. He let in too many. We had no chance. So, like, this is the sort of conversation that is now happening in the coach's office and is bleeding into the dressing room. And the other part about it is, one other thing they look about is, where the shots are coming from. So high danger chances or slot save percentage, who's got the highest ones in those? Well, look at the names. Those are, first of all, Anthony Stolarz had a hell of a year last year.
Unbelievable year.
Unbelievable year, because
Always expect Vasi up there.
the way they look at these numbers is that high danger chances save percentage is a testament to your skill. If you let in medium and low danger ones, those are mostly just bad luck because they never go out on anyone. Everyone's save percentage is 970. So if you let in a couple more, it's mostly bad luck. So that's another one that has come a little bit more specific in trying to digest who's at the top of their very game. And once again, of course, Hellebuyck is at the top, as he was an incredible goaltender last year during the regular season. So these are the sort of numbers that teams dig into more, and it is quickly changing. Players, they're not quite there yet because it's too fluid. Too much stuff going on to evaluate. Is Ken Danico a good defensive defenseman? It's harder to figure out.
Right.
But for a goaltender where
I was, though.
Yeah. Whatever the numbers were, you were.
Yeah.
But for the goaltenders, it's harder for them to figure out, but these are the numbers they're going to. And the last stop on it is, well, that clutch gene. And you want to talk about this.
Yes.
Like, what do they do when it's tied? What do they do in the third period? Well, look what these guys did in the third period. And you see some of the guys that had really successful years.
Surprising
Joey
names,
Decord,
maybe a
though.
little
Now,
bit.
Cal Pickard, everyone loves him. But Joey Decord, maybe holding the fort as Seattle was chasing games, whatever it might be. But different ideas that, who does what when. So a more nuanced evaluation of numbers. And the last Most important barrier to get over is we can talk about it, coaches can talk about it, GMs can talk about it. But when the players start buying in, when the goaltenders start knowing that it doesn't really matter what my win and loss record is, when I start thinking about how I'm playing, it matters, of course, because of our team success. But I'm not going to beat myself up if I lose and I have had a good game otherwise. So I think, and it's slowly getting that, Dano. They're not quite there yet, but it's going that direction.
You know, along those lines, players have a sense. I mean, the years that we played, and if I'm looking back, it's the comfortability. We know that guy. He might let the guy behind us as a defenseman, might let a weak one in, might let one in from the side, but you just know he's going to come up big in a clutch moment. So some nights it's not about the goals against or the save percentage. It might be a 4-4 game, but do you consistently have the get up and go to make a big save in a time in the game that helps you win a game 6-5, 5-4? It's not always about, well, my goals against is 1.97, save percentage 0.940, and everybody thinks, well, he's the best goalie in the league. It's not always necessarily the case. I look at a guy way back in our day, Grant Fuhr, Hall of Famer, one of the best goalies that's ever played the game. If you look at his numbers, they're not outstanding. But I grew up in Edmonton. I watched those older dynasties. Ask any of those players, they never win without Grant Fuhr because time and time again, he was making highlight reel saves at a clutch moment in the game, those timely saves we always preach.
Ask John Cooper, Team Canada, Jordan Bennington, Four Nations face-off, right? Well, the clutch factor gets it done in the biggest of moments. All right, let's say it's the biggest of the moment.
Sure.
If you could assemble any goalie, the best goalie of all time, which parts would you take from who? And give me your best goalie.
This is for current goaltenders, my Frankenstein goaltender mix, and you give me this goaltender, and I'm never going to lose. So
82-0.
Size, Connor Hellebuck. Not only is he big physically, but he looks big in net. He plays upright. He's huge. Composure or mindset, whatever it is, Vasilevsky, we know how great he was for all those years before his back injury. Great again last year. Best feet in the league. Just jerk it. Don't try to beat him down low. That's a terrible idea.
Side to side as well.
Incredible.
So quick.
Athleticism. You remember Jonathan Quick when he was in the prime of his career? He was violent in net. Nobody moved better than him. And you talk about playoffs.
He'd come out about 15, 20 feet.
Because he can go all the way across side to side. And playoffs, recency bias, Bob and what he's done the last couple of years. Give me a guy who can raise his game. That mix, unbeatable by any goalie now or in the past.
That's hard to
darn
argue.
good,
That's hard to argue with in recent bias. I'm a big fan. If I wasn't a couple years ago, I am now of Bobrovsky.
Yeah.
And yes, about clutch, but just his demeanor and his humility and how he handles the media. I want to play in front of a goaltender like that. And all those other guys are fantastic. But he's been through adversity, went through his struggles in Florida, and to become one of the elite goaltenders in the game, and he has been for a long time. A sure ballot Hall of Famer. I've enjoyed watching him the last 2 years, and I love goaltenders that just want to win.
I wonder at the end of his career, he's got several more good years on a really good team. He'll with the stats, the counting stats, wins, and everything else, he'll be approaching sort of top 5 all-time numbers when you think about his career as a whole. So he's been incredible.
He's got the hockey resume.
The guys he's trying to chase.
He just gets it for me. Well, look, I'm going to give some love to the guys that
aren't playing
I
anymore.
Played against or played with.
Give us your Mr. Potato Head goaltender here. Put parts on.
I don't care how you slice it up. This trio here, I don't care how you slice it up. You've got an ultimate goaltender.
It's a horrible-looking
and Marty
setup, but
Brodeur
great names.
and his mindset. He's so even-keeled. You can say the same about Patrick Roy, but he's getting the middle part, the chest, just because, he does a little bit of everything in goal, blocks the puck when needed.
He's the heartbeat.
One of the best, the heartbeat. A fiery guy in net. I love that about him. Brodeur was a smart goaltender, handled the puck extremely well, extremely athletic. And Hasek, well, he did it a little differently. Don't try this at home kind of attitude with him. Nobody did it like him. I mean, this guy was as acrobatic and read the game as well as anybody. He found any way to stop the puck, right? So put those three together, you got the ultimate goaltender.
They might be the 3 best goalies of all time.
So he just took Mount Rushmore and he made it into one graph.
Chiseled all those faces off there.
like
Said,
I use Marty's head because I'm biased. Yeah, I played
Who was the best goaltender you ever faced? Who was the guy that you were like, I'm not going to beat him tonight?
Dom Hasek was incredible.
Yeah, I got it with Hasek or Patrick Roy. Patrick Roy was so good. I mean, we lost to them in 2001 against the Avalanche.
Like, truth be told, I think I scored against each of those guys.
Oh,
at least
there
one.
you go.
I don't think I did.
All right.